Hi, JD here again. Here's an interesting question which I thought I would try and answer today. Imagine you're looking at an M4 high performance car. There's some really good offers at the moment on M4s and M3s. You can get them on 0% APR as at May 2018. But that got me thinking. Similar to my previous video when I looked at a 335D Shadow Edition X-Drive and comparing whether one is better than the other when you buy new or used, and I'll put a link up to that shortly. So what I thought I'd do today is go through an example looking at buying an M4 and running it for 12 months and then getting out of it. Now the reason I say running it for 12 months is because I found a really decent used example at a car supermarket, and it's I think it's about 18 months old. What would it be? No, about 20 months old. It's got 16 months warranty available. So I said to myself, what if you wanted to buy an M4 and have the experience of driving an M4? You wanted to keep it for a year, so it's in warranty, and then you wanted to get out of the deal. How does that compare with buying a brand new M4 on 0% finance and again wanting to give it back after a year? The terms I'm going to use are zero deposit from myself. It's going to be based on a 48-month PCP agreement, and we're going to look at used versus new, and we're going to see which is the best deal. And I don't think you'll be surprised as to which one will be. So, looking at an offer here, I've just typed in M4 offers and this has come up. So this is a brand new BMW M4. Now the only difference is that this is a manual car, whereas the used example I found is a DCT. The DCT used one has a couple of options as well, but basically they're the same car for example purposes. You can obviously base it on a DCT, but the DCT examples I can only find on new now are the competition back, and I thought competition back, and I don't think it'd be as fair a comparison. So this is a bog standard manual M4 brand new versus a pretty much bog standard automatic M4 from the used car supermarket. So it's on 0% APR. And they're saying $529 a month. Now it's only $529 a month if you put a great big deposit in. So I'm going to base my example on assuming that I'm only going to use the deposit contribution from BMW and I'm going to put no money in myself. So if we crunch the numbers, if we just have a look down here, the important figures, obviously 0% APR, guaranteed future value after 48 months is 22,860 and 45 pence. And as I said, the deposit that we're going to put in on this example is merely the 292255 from the manufacturer. So the retail price is 60,465, and that's our deposit, 292255, and we've got APR of 0. So let's put that into the old PCP calculator. If anyone's interested in this calculator, send me an email. Quite a few of you have been asking for a copy, which is nice. So let's put the numbers in and confirm that. Actually, what we'll do first is confirm that this calculator works and gives us exactly the same monthly payment as the example. So purchase price 6425, deposit, let's just make sure the example is correct. So I'm going to put in the 292255 plus our contribution, which is 9819. So 9819. So that gives us a total deposit of 12,74155. We're financing 47,223, and we've got the 22,860, the guaranteed future value, and we put it in as 47 months. Now remember, some PCP agreements are the way I would define it, excuse me, is term plus one. So 48 equal payments on a 48-month term, with your final value being month 49. In this case with BMW and many others, it's term less one. So it's 47 equal payments with your guaranteed future value being in month 48. So that's why I've put 47 there. And it's telling me, look, that the monthly payment is £529 exactly. So that's good. That matches exactly what the BMW example is here. So we're going to take off our deposit now. So the deposit is merely going to be 292255. So we're going to take off our deposit. So this is how much it would cost you if you went into this particular dealer and you didn't haggle and you went on the purchase price that they said it was going to be. Everything else is the same. You would be paying, with no deposit from yourself, $737.91. Okay, so it's quite a lot of money, obviously, and that's with 0%. If we nip over to a car supermarket, and I'm using motorpoint.co.uk, and I'm not affiliated with Motorpoint at all, it's just one that I found. They have got, at the moment, May 2018, look, found this really nice example. It's a BMW M4, it's a 2016 66 plate, it's only done 10,254 miles, it's got Harman Kardon surround and some pro glass, and they want $36,999 for it, which is pretty remarkable. So let's see how much this would cost using a PCP. Now, what I should have said was that the BMW example was based on 10,000 miles per year. Now, the finance examples that you can get as standard without talking to Motorpoint are only based on 6,000, 12,000 or 18,000. So to get to 10,000 miles, I've prorated the final value by taking the difference between 6,000 and 12,000, working out roughly what the guaranteed future value drops by per 1,000 miles. And I've come up at a pro rata adjustment of around 16,478. Okay, so if we just look at this, they're saying on 12,000 miles the guaranteed future value is 15,800, and on 6,000 miles it's 17,834. So I've calculated roughly that using 10,000 miles a year we're going to be looking at about 16,478. So let's put in the purchase price of 36,999. We're not going to put any deposit in ourselves, so it's exactly the same as the new example, and that's coming out with a 48-month term, because this uses, as I mentioned earlier, 48 equal payments, with month 49 being the guaranteed future value, and an APR of 6.9%, which is not unreasonable. You should be able to get that if you ask hard enough. You're going to get £580.34 a month. Okay, so even with 6.9% APR, we've got a car that's only covered 10,000 miles. It's still got 16 months of manufacturer's warranty, so we can, run it for at least a year, safe in the knowledge that anything that goes wrong is going to be covered. And it's coming out at 580, and remember the new one was coming out at 737, so we're what, £157 a month better off. So over the 12 months that's going to be more than £1,800 better off. But here's the real interesting point. As I said earlier, let's say that after 12 months we want to get out of both of these cars. So we've driven round and let's say we've done 10,000 miles in both of them. So the new car is going to have 10,000 miles on the clock. The used car is going to have 20,254 miles. Yeah, because we've put another 10,000 miles on it. I've got a couple of cap values on both cars, and I've put those also into my spreadsheet. The cap value, the upper clean cap value of this brand new manual M4 is coming out with 10,000 miles on the clock in exactly 12 months time. So I've made out that it was registered in May 2017. The cap value is exactly £36,000 upper clean. The settlement on that agreement at that point is going to be roughly £48,687, which means we've put no deposit in, we've driven a brand new M4 for 12 months, and we want to get out of the deal. Oh no, we've got to find over £12,500. Now this is cap value, so you might get a bit more, you might get 37, 38. You're still well over £10,000 in negative equity. Let's have a look at our used example. Now I got a value on a automatic BMW M4 with no options, because as I've said before, it doesn't really make a difference on the cap value. And I've said it had 20,200 and whatever it was, 241 miles on the clock. The cap value for that car in 12 months' time, so I made out that it was registered in September 2015 because it's registered in 2016 at the moment. The cap value was 32,200. The settlement figure on this agreement at that time, roughly 32,723, which means we've put no deposit in. We've paid 150 odd pounds a month less for 12 months, so we're 1,800 pounds up as well. And at the end of the deal, we say, oh, yeah, the warranty's just about to run out. I'd like to get out of that M4. What's the damage? Well, by my figures, we're £523 in negative equity. That's all. So essentially, we're about £1,200 better off on the deal because, no, we're actually much more than that. But in terms of looking at it this way, we've paid £150 a month less. And at the end of the agreement, we're £523 in negative equity. So we're still £1,200 up there. Now let's have a look at the other one. It's cost us £737.91 a month, and we want to get out of it. We've also now got to find over £12,000 to give that car back. Interesting. I say interesting an awful lot on these videos. Do bear with me. I've been watching a couple of them back and I've been trying to tell myself, stop saying interestingly, because I say it all the time. But let's just summarise then. So brand new car, £737 a month. After 12 months, £12,500 in negative equity to give it back. Used one, £580 a month and only £523 in negative equity. I know which I'd do. I'm not in the market for one of these cars, but if anyone is, if you want to run an M car for 12 months and then give it back, I know what I'd probably do. Hope that was interesting. I said interesting again. Hope that was useful. Thanks for watching. Please comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time when I've thought of another topic to cover. Thanks for watching.